The fascinating world of beetles. Beetles are insects that form the order Coleoptera, in the superorder Holometabola. Their front pair of wings are hardened into wing cases, elytra, distinguishing them from most other insects. The Coleoptera, with about 400,000 described species, is the largest of all orders, constituting almost 40% of described insects and 25% of all known animal species. New species are discovered frequently, with estimates suggesting that there are between 0.9 and 2.1 million total species. However, the number of beetle species is challenged by the number of species in dipterans, flies, and hymenopterans, wasps. Found in almost every habitat except the sea and the polar regions, they interact with their ecosystems in several ways. Beetles often feed on plants and fungi, break down animal and plant debris, and eat other invertebrates. Some species are serious agricultural pests, such as the Colorado potato beetle, while others such as coccinellidae, ladybirds or ladybugs, eat aphids, scale insects, thrips, and other plant-sucking insects that damage crops. Some others also have unusual characteristics, such as fireflies, which use a light-emitting organ for mating and communication purposes. Beetles typically have a particularly hard exoskeleton including the elytra, though some such as the rogue beetles have very short elytra while blister beetles have softer elytra. The general anatomy of a beetle is quite uniform and typical of insects, although there are several examples of novelty, such as adaptations in water beetles which trap air bubbles under the elytra for use while diving. Beetles are prominent in human culture, from the sacred scarabs of ancient Egypt to beetle wing art and use as pets or fighting insects for entertainment and gambling. Many beetle groups are brightly and attractively colored, making them objects of collection and decorative displays. Over 300 species are used as food, mostly as larvae. Species widely consumed include mealworms and rhinoceros beetle larvae. However, the major impact of beetles on human life is as agricultural, forestry, and horticultural pests. Serious pest species include the boll weevil of cotton, the Colorado potato beetle, the coconut hispine beetle, the mountain pine beetle, and many others. Most beetles, however, do not cause economic damage, and some, such as numerous species of lady beetles, are beneficial by helping to control insect pests. The scientific study of beetles is known as coleopterology. Beetles are holometabolans, which means that they undergo complete metamorphosis, with a series of conspicuous and relatively abrupt changes in body structure between hatching and becoming adult after a relatively immobile pupal stage. Some, such as stag beetles, have a marked sexual dimorphism, the males possessing enormously enlarged mandibles which they use to fight other males. Many beetles are aposematic, with bright colors and patterns warning of their toxicity, while others are harmless Batesian mimics of such insects. Many beetles, including those that live in sandy places, have effective camouflage.
Beetles are some of the most fascinating creatures on Earth. Here are some fun facts about these incredible insects. Beetles rule the insect kingdom. They make up 40% of all known insects and nearly 25% of all life forms on Earth. Super strength. Some species, like the rhinoceros beetle, can lift objects 850 times their own weight, the equivalent of a human lifting 7 elephants. Firefly beetles glow. Certain beetles, like fireflies, produce light using bioluminescence to attract mates or warn predators. Underwater champions. Some beetles, like diving beetles, trap air bubbles under their wings to breathe underwater. Beetle armor. Their hard shell, elytra, acts like a suit of armor, protecting them from predators and harsh environments. Nature's cleanup crew. Dung beetles recycle waste, keeping ecosystems clean by rolling and burying animal droppings. Some can walk on water. Beetles like the water strider use surface tension to glide across water without sinking. One of the loudest insects, the male cicada beetle can produce sounds reaching 100 decibels, about as loud as a chainsaw. Explosive defense. The bombardier beetle sprays a boiling chemical mixture at predators, like a tiny chemical cannon. Beetles exist everywhere, from the deepest rainforests to freezing Arctic tundra. Beetles have adapted to nearly every environment on Earth.
Beetles have a variety of ways to communicate, including the use of pheromones. The mountain pine beetle emits a pheromone to attract other beetles to a tree. The mass of beetles are able to overcome the chemical defenses of the tree. After the tree's defenses have been exhausted, the beetles emit an anti-aggregation pheromone. This species can stridulate to communicate, 98, but others may use sound to defend themselves when attacked. Beetles are able to exploit a wide diversity of food sources available in their many habitats. Some are omnivores, eating both plants and animals. Other beetles are highly specialized in their diet. Many species of leaf beetles, longhorn beetles, and weevils are very host-specific, feeding on only a single species of plant. Ground beetles and rogue beetles, Staphylinidae, among others, are primarily carnivorous and catch and consume many other arthropods and small prey, such as earthworms and snails. While most predatory beetles are generalists, a few species have more specific prey requirements or preferences.
Since beetles form such a large part of the world's biodiversity, their conservation is important, And equally, loss of habitat and biodiversity is essentially certain to impact on beetles. Many species of beetles have very specific habitats and long life cycles that make them vulnerable. Some species are highly threatened while others are already feared extinct.